I originally wanted to make this video for Smash 4, but now with the announcement of Smash Bros. Ultimate, I thought it would be an appropriate time to release a video with, some ideas that I've had for quite a while that would improve, any Smash game in the series, and that I hope could possibly be implemented by Sakurai at a future date or in a future game. Have an online ranking system that determines your opponents, like an actual ranking system. I think it could help or would be interesting if your Wi-Fi connection strength actually had some sort of determining factor in choosing your opponents. So if somebody who has excellent Wi-Fi connection gets online and wants to play, it's going to try to pair you with somebody else who has a really clean connection instead of pairing you with somebody who is using dial-up. I think it'd be interesting if stale moves had more negative consequences. I know that the negative consequences for spamming roll dodges in Ultimate have become much worse. You'll become much more laggy. But I also think that it would be interesting to have stale moves really start to punish you after using the same attack lots and lots of times. I'm directing this more at, obviously, players who like to just sit and spam the same move or two moves for the entire match and have not taken the time or effort to learn how to use other attacks or moves in the game. I feel like Sakurai is trying to push people to actually learn how to play the game better. That's why he's doing this thing with the roll dodging, and I feel like stale moves would also help get rid of those kids that just sit and spam the same move over and over and over again. If Smash Bros. Ultimate has a YouTube upload feature, for those of us without a capture card, it would be nice to see it having the ability to upload longer YouTube videos. One of my biggest gripes with the YouTube replay uploader was that you couldn't continue to play the game while you were uploading replays. You should be able to have a replay uploading and still go play the game at least locally. There should be an auto replay upload feature when you're not playing or using the Wii U. If you wanted to just kind of leave it in a sleep mode, I guess it would be the Switch now. If you just wanted to kind of leave it in the dock or whatever when you're not playing, it should automatically start uploading the replays that you've saved. You should also be able to clip up your replays and select actual highlights to upload before uploading it, so you're not uploading like a full 2-minute match if all you're wanting to keep is like 10 seconds. I want to see lots of moveset changes. I'm planning on doing some other videos that go into more detail on this, for instance, Ganondorf and Samus, things that I would like to see. I know I watched a video from another YouTuber a couple weeks ago where he broke down Samus's moveset and actually had a really good, concise idea for an improved moveset for her that actually followed her games more closely, and that's kind of sort of what I'm wanting to get to at some point. I'd like to see more alternate costumes, possibly more than 8 alternate costume slots. I know so far it looks like there's only going to be 8 per character, but I'd really like to see somewhere in the ballpark of 10 to maybe even 16, double the number, because there are so many different costumes for each of these characters in this game, at least most of them, that should be brought in from each of the different titles that they've been in. I'd like to see all stages from past Smash Bros. Games, and I believe that actually is going to happen, so that was some good news. Battle damage. This is one of my biggest gripes with Smash Bros. And something I have wanted to see ever since Melee came out. I used to play Melee a lot, and I'd always sit and think, it'd be so cool if when your damage got higher, characters started to look like they'd been beaten up or scratched, and their clothing would tear, or their weapons would have scratches and scrapes on them, whatever it may be. I know at least for Little Mac, he does get some bruises and things, but why stop with one character when you could branch out and cover every character and have it be really cool looking? I'm not saying go full on blood and gore necessarily, but maybe a little bit of blood and some scratching, scraping, dents, that sort of thing. I really want there to be an online Mii Fighter mode, or just make them playable online completely. They were such a letdown because you could create all these awesome looking Miis and then you couldn't take them online to show off to anybody else. So the only person that ever saw them was me and my wife, or if I had a friend over to play, they could see them. But that's really underwhelming for the amount of different Mii characters you can create. I would love for there to be an online 8-player Smash. I know this is a little bit trickier to do with all sorts of different connection types, but again, if there was a function where you got online and the game searched for people with better connections or connections that matched your speed, then maybe that could become a possibility. I just know it would be really fun to get together with big groups of people from everywhere and play 8-player Smash, or have multiple teams playing at once, whatever it may be. I just think it would be a really fun idea.